This is one of those games where I'm on a bad team again, and I'm trying to do all the work and cap flags, and my team doesn't want to help. They got a chopper gunner up, everybody's hiding. I was hiding for a little bit, but look at that. I get B all by myself. My teammate comes over and try to eat off me. I mean, I hate games like this. Look at that, and I'm doing defense. All I do is work, and we're still gonna lose, man.
Drop to the floor, drop to the floor, drop to the floor, drop to the floor.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is IDAHODUB with another Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. I went back to the old maps. I guess not really old maps, but I'm not playing the escalation map pack this time because I had to make sure that it wasn't me and that I wasn't beasting because it was the new maps. And I think I'm right. I think it's the new maps. I just don't think I have what it takes to beast on the new maps yet. But I will get there. So I reverted to playing the other maps, or the old maps, whatever you want to call them. But I'm rocking the Galil because I prestige. So, you know, switching a few things up, but not switching it up big time. Because like I said in a previous video, you don't want to get too far away from what you're used to. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video's topic because I have a feeling it's gonna be a long one, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about relationships. Now, before you go, what the F are you talking about, Will? I'm gonna relate this topic to a little scandal that the Terminator, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, has gotten himself into as of late. So if you haven't heard, then you probably don't get on the internet or watch the news or anything like that. You're probably basically just a recluse. But Arnold Schwarzenegger and his wife of like 25 years have decided to get divorced in like the past week or so, something like that. And the reason why is because Arnold had sex with a lady several years ago and had a child out of wedlock. Now, people are going crazy about this. The media's having a field day with it. Twitter's going nuts. Like, there's tons of jokes everywhere. And I don't really see it as that big of a deal. Like, it seems like you hear all the time about, you know, famous people cheating on their spouses. And so I don't find it to be that big of a deal. Now, he did have a kid with another person, and they've kept it hush-hush for like a couple decades now. So that's kind of a big deal. But I don't think it's like the most crazy thing, you know, that I've ever heard. Like, definitely Woody Allen, that was way crazier than this. And I mean, obviously I wasn't old enough to know about that at the time, but you know, when I heard the story about it, that seems a lot crazier than what Schwarzenegger's done. My issue with the Terminator is who he cheated on his wife with. Now, I saw a photo of the lady today, and the lady is the Schwarzenegger family's maid for like 20 years or something like that. She just recently retired in January. Perfect timing, by the way, Miss Maid. But I saw a picture of the maid today, and she is not attractive. Like, she's not attractive at all. And she's your maid. Now, I don't have an issue with maids, trust me. I'm just saying that you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. You have the resources, i.e. your bank account and your fame. You can pull a better looking chick than your maid. For instance, you banged this lady in the 90s, so you were still a popular movie star. And if you were going to cheat on your wife, why not cheat on her with some hot actress or at least some model? Heck, a hooker, anybody but your freaking maid. So with that being said, I want to lay down IDAHODUB's rules to cheating should you choose to cheat. Rule number 1, never cheat with someone who is less attractive than the person you are with. Because if you're cheating, you should be cheating because that person is better looking than your significant other. You should not be cheating on your significant other if the person is less attractive. And if you're just cheating because, oh man, I like her personality or I get along well with her, then you should leave the person you're with and just start dating the person that you get along with so well. Dude, that guy hacked my turret. That freaking sucks. Are you kidding me? Man, that's why I don't ever use turrets. Anyways, rule number 2, and there are 3 parts to rule number 2. So if you're married and you decide to cheat, you should make sure that A, have the person that you're sleeping with sign some sort of confidentiality agreement, especially if you're rich and famous. And if you are rich and famous, your lawyer should have one of these or be able to draft one of these very easily. Because I'm sure that there's got to be some sort of like love contract, as Dave Chappelle calls it, in place for rich and famous people. But you need to have something like that that they can sign that they'll never talk about it, because that will come back to bite you. And 2, you should strongly think about getting a vasectomy. And because condoms aren't just going to work, okay? You can't just throw rubber on and everything will be okay. You should do that anyways so you don't get an STD, but you should strongly think about getting a vasectomy so there's not a lot of mini U's running around and come back to bite you later like they did Arnold Schwarzenegger, for instance. If he would have had a vasectomy, he wouldn't have had a little baby, you know, but he'd probably still want to have kids with his wife. Anyways, we're not getting into that. And then number C, the final part to rule number 2, make sure if you're rich that you are rich enough that when your wife finds out, and 9 times out of 10 she will find out, make sure that you're rich enough that after the divorce you can still be rich. Because no matter how great the prenup is, she is going to take you for a lot, especially because 1, she is a female, and 2, because she has been cheated on. The judge is going to side with the female 100% of the time. Don't believe me? Ask Tiger Woods. Don't believe him? Take a look at his bank account, okay? See, his bank account's doing just fine because he was filthy rich and he survived divorce court and she still got a lot of money from him. But if, like, you're not rich and she takes you for everything, that's going to suck because you're going to be broke, she's going to get everything, and what did you get? Well, that leads me to the 3rd and final rule. Now, before you ultimately go through with the act, you need to sit back and really think about the benefits of cheating on your significant other. What are you going to gain from cheating on that person? And really, the only thing you're going to gain from cheating on somebody is getting off. You're going to get the pleasure of sleeping with the other person. That is the only thing you're going to get. That is the only thing you have to gain, and you have literally everything else to lose. And you know, this really applies if you're rich and famous. Like, if you're rich and famous, obviously you're going to get hurt in the bank account department, but you're probably going to be able to survive it. The thing that if you're famous, it's going to hurt you the most is it's going to hurt your public image, which will hurt, you know, future revenue. And unless you're like Kobe Bryant, you're probably going to lose your wife. Like, that's the only person I can think of off the top of my head that didn't lose his wife after he got busted cheating. He just bought her a $5 million ring, and she's like, yeah, it's cool, boo. But, you know, there's not a lot of good that's going to come out of cheating. And if you're not rich and famous and you cheat, your wife's definitely going to leave you. She's going to take your money. And if you're not rich already, you know, you're already broke, then you're going to be even more broke, and that's just going to suck. So you need to really think about the benefits of cheating before you do it. And this is coming from somebody who did cheat. Now, obviously, this was like, when I did it, you know, it was more of like a puppy love high school thing, and I was young and immature. But still, the same rules applied. Now, I didn't have to go through divorce court or anything like that. But, you know, there were some repercussions. And really, if you're going to cheat, then you probably don't care about the person you're with that much. And you might as well just end it and save you the trouble of having to go through the embarrassment of getting caught cheating and all that stuff that goes with that, and hurting the other person. Because really, you should think about the other person in the relationship before you go through with the cheating and how they're going to feel when you do get caught. Because, you know, most of the time when people cheat, they get caught. And that's just the way it goes. That's how it is. But that is my 2 cents. Look at this guy. I'm just laying down. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this crate. But that's my 2 cents on the whole Arnold thing and cheating and all that good stuff. I'm about to wrap this game up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I also want to give a shout out to those of you who have checked out my other channel over the past week. I had mentioned that I was going to the Beyond Wonderland concert last weekend, and a couple of you subscribed, so shout out to Ozzy Fish and 8 Kavarot. I don't know if I said that correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it correct. But thanks for subscribing and checking out my other channel. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate all of you who watch my videos. We got the W. I went 33-4. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.